And welcome to the David Tomsic Show, fighting tyranny one day at a time. My question for the day, are we witnessing the end of the American empire? Okay, now many of you might not believe we're an empire, and I'm sure some of you will put a comment in the comments section stating why we're not. But for all intents and purposes, we are considered an empire. You can find this in writings from political analysts, historians, people that produce white papers, even many politicians will tell you that, yeah, we are an empire. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why we are, and there's more than 3, but 3 easy reasons. Number 1, historical context. The United States has consistently expanded its power and influence since its birth. 2, foreign policy. It started in the late 19th century through overt American imperial activity. Number 3, cultural and military influence. We see a lot of this happening today and in the past 20 years. The U.S. has significant political, economic, and cultural influence globally. So those are the 3 reasons that I think really sum it up. So it seems that Donald Trump wants to expand the empire. I mean, he's talked about it, right? Canada, Greenland, who knows, Mexico, Panama Canal, Gaza. What else? We're not sure. But the bottom line is he's said it. But why? Why now? Well, there is a reason. The United States as an empire is starting to wane. We are running out of the resources we need to maintain the empire. In fact, much of those natural resources, raw materials that we got from China have been cut off. We don't have them here. Trump just made a deal with Zelensky in Ukraine to buy some of their resources, to buy some of the raw materials we need to keep the empire going. Now, how long will this last? I can't tell you, but we do know that America is in trouble. I've talked about this many times in the past. Many of you who think that I'm a Democrat because of what I'm saying now against Donald Trump, some people thought I was a Republican because of what I said when Joe Biden was in office. Let me tell you, you're all wrong. I'm in the middle, but I'm going to pound both sides because it's important. It's important to understand where we're at in history. Most people don't want to know that. They have a bad guy they want to defeat, and they want to raise their flag. Well, those bad guys are made up. They're fictitious, and it's part of the narrative to keep you unaware that we're being taken over globally by a band of people who run the world through money, through financialization of our world economy. That's a mouthful, I know. These people are called the OCGFC, the owners and controllers of global financialized capital. That's a mouthful, I know. What does it really mean? Well, they control and own pretty much all the money in the world. Financialized capital. We've financialized America today. We've made everything about money. And it is. We're controlled by money. Now, this has been a multi-stage strategy that has reshaped the global landscape. It's been happening for decades. So again, I don't want to just harp on Donald Trump all the time. And those of you that just want to harp on the Democrats and Joe Biden, I'm tired of it. That's the smallest part of this equation that you can get. That's a political web you never get out of. And they don't want you to get out of. They want you to be at each other's throats so you don't see what's really happening, how you're being enslaved by the elite, by the oligarchs of this world. From Wall Street to Washington, D.C., London, and Brussels, we're being led away from democracy. Our freedoms are being eroded. And we now see a systematic transfer of wealth from the few to the many. Recognize that? I've talked about this a lot over the years. A great wealth transfer has been occurring. It's increased since 2020. And how do we stop that? Well, the truth is we can't. One writer put it, understanding the OCGFC is necessary to understand the complexities of the 21st century geopolitical and economic order that Donald Trump is now a part of. The owners of financialized capital control everything, and their job is to continue to suck wealth away from the middle class, the upper middle class, and drive it all the way back up to them. We're seeing Donald Trump play right into this. He's purposely gone after the federal bureaucracy, using the guise of cost savings, corruption, and all the things that make people feel good about themselves, somehow making people feel that this will fix the government. But it's not. They're taking away protections that have been put in place to protect me and you from health hazards, from environmental hazards, from hazards from wolves on Wall Street that take advantage of people. All these regulations are being destroyed, and those departments that are overseeing those regulations are going to be gone. You will have no one to turn to. This is giving oligarchs a free pass, the ability to rape our system without any consequences. We are left short of air traffic controllers, park rangers, health officials, people that protect us from financial fraud. They now have access to our personal information. They have access to our environment. They can drill anywhere they want without repercussions, without having to worry about being sued for hurting people or destroying the environment. Sadly, there's not going to be anybody left at many of these agencies to take your call when there's a problem. And there will be problems. So what does the end of the American empire mean for you and me? It means a lot. Now, many of you won't believe this, that's fine. But for those of you that have an understanding of what I'm talking about, that have heard me in the past, you realize that the world is moving on from America. Donald Trump is going to make the last great stand as he isolates us from the rest of the world. Oligarchs are now able to transfer all the wealth from the middle class into their pockets. Our resources here in America will be sold to the highest bidder. We will be hollowed out. Our freedoms will be gone. And sadly, there's nobody on a white horse that will come in and save us. We must start now. We must draw a line in the sand. It's time for you to join the resistance. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Join our cause. That's all the time I have. God bless you, and I'll see you next time right here on the David Tomsic Show.